Well, great morning, everyone. So let's go ahead and pull cards and look and see what they have to say today. So the reading is about Seven of Cups. So what's still up in the air? So the energy coming into it is the Five of Cups, facing losses. So what's still up in the air and facing losses? Above it is the Teacher. So this is the card of the Hierophant. Are those in power that are put into power in the negative? It's supposed to be those that know what they're doing, okay? The foundation is, Princess of Discs. So this is a message, a concrete message about facing loss, what's coming. So what's going on today? It's about gratitude or lack thereof. The challenge is the Nine of Wands, standing guard. Okay. So the challenge is standing guard, having gratitude, or their lack thereof. It's a concrete message about what's in the air, facing losses, and a teaching. Okay, above it, King of Swords. It's about your mindset, being ruled by the mind. The foundation is Princess of Wands, a message about actions. When it comes to the mind, having gratitude, standing guard, seeing what's still up in the air, losses that are coming, or losses that have happened, okay? So let's see, potential outcome is Four of Cups. So this is the card of pondering things, okay? Looking at things more deeply. Outside influence, Ace of Wands, new actions. Now, this looks like new actions to heal. We have the caduceus on one side of it. We have all of the colors, so coming together, actions to do healing, pondering things. Above it, the devil, the things that are unproductive, things that keep people bound. You see there that one is bound up, pondering, facing healing outside. And we have Two of Discs. Now this is interesting because you see there's the seeds. Here's the seed, here's the apple. So it's juggling. What are you planting seeds of? So this is kind of a instructional one here this morning. This is totally different deck. I haven't picked this deck up in quite some time, so it's very different. So above everything, the Teacher, it's about the mental realm and the dark side, the dark drama. The foundation is a concrete message, a message about action, and the seed you're planting, the things you're juggling, okay? So when it comes to things up in the air, some losses that are potentially have happened, what's coming in, Okay, because the second card is about what's the energy coming in. So from the past, the thing's still up in the air and we have faced some losses. And what's going on now is the need for gratitude and to stand on guard. Continue to have gratitude for what you can have gratitude for. Potential outcome is pondering what the dark things are and the seeds that have been planted, and we need to take new action, is what it's saying. Okay? And so what are we going to plant? What seeds are we going to plant with what we're juggling now going forward? So let's see what's pushing the reading. The Four of Swords. So mentally retreating, going into retreat. This is more meditation, that type of thing. Stepping back from looking at the Seven of Swords, the things that they're trying to get away with. Okay? This is also a card of evaluation, the takeaway. Okay? Mentally stepping back, contemplating, looking at things, seeing what they're trying to get away with, the takeaway of stuff, so that we can see how to move with justice. Okay? When it comes to leadership, the Emperor, we have to see what is being given out. Okay? Six of Discs. So what's being handed out? We're looking at the bare bones of things, the ground of it, the concrete things, what's happening in daily life, what we're dealing with in daily life. Okay? And again, this is the card of the Hermit, or reflection. This is about our paths, where we're going, where we're moving forward to, and spending that alone time to reflect, as this is saying, looking at losses we have faced, still having gratitude, pondering things, doing actions that are healing, planting better seeds, and just understanding what the dark side is doing and counteracting that. So it's about what we're building, the Three of Discs coming together to put into place more concrete things, the Two of Cups. So this is what is being shared. So is it something being shared that's healing, or is it something that is poisonous? What are you sharing with others? What is your outlook on things? The Knight of Swords. So charging forward. This is the very quick mind. The very quick mind. And looking at the struggles, Five of Wands, cutting through. Are you putting things out there that are cutting people, whatever? Because this is the Five of Wands. This is the card of the struggle, the fight, the drama. So looking at that, the Knight of Wands, so the actions charging forward. Queen of Wands, the actions that you are doing personally. Ace of Discs, so something new, concrete, coming out that leads to more temperance. Okay? So tempering your stuff. Knight of Discs for the long term. When it comes to being ruled by actions or rulership of actions, for where things are moving to, the Chariot, for things in motion, the Queen of Discs, the evidence in hand, the concrete things that one has, the Eight of Swords, where one is mentally feeling restricted, okay? The mental restrictions, the Three of Wands, where things are moving to, the actions being taken, Are you doing actions that lead to a victory? 6 of Wands. So coming to a personal victory. 8 of Wands, things are moving more rapidly now. Things are in motion. The light, more light is coming in when it comes to the universe. When it comes to what's being birthed, the Empress, the fullness, to strengthen, because the wheel is turning. So we'll go ahead and leave that here. So it's about, I would say this is more of a cautionary thing, more of a teaching type thing, that yes, things are up in the air. Perhaps losses have been there, perhaps more losses may be coming, but it's important to stay in gratitude for your mindset, and watch your actions. Standing guard, pondering, again, moving things forward. What are the actions you're doing? Are they healing? Are they not? Looking above at the dark side, the dark drama, and planting new seeds to eradicate what's there. So it's talking today about our progression as a planet, as a people. And I think that's really an important message coming up here at Easter time. Okay. Now also with the Easter things, and I just put up yesterday this thing that comes from the Ethiopian Bible that talks about the crucifixion and everything. Now, what Yeshua told his followers was, I'm showing you the path. Okay? And that's what I've always said. That everybody walks this path in one way or another. And just before what you call realization takes place, you feel as if you were on that cross in one way or another. That you feel like that, like he said, Father, why have you forsaken me? You feel that last moment of what are you going to do? You walked your path, you've done everything you can do, and now you've come to this great chasm, if you will. You're feeling compelled to go forward, but you don't know what's going to happen. And so at that point, you have to relinquish control. Like in my time, it was saying, on the altar of truth I lay myself. Because you don't know if you're going to die, if you're going to be possessed, what's going to happen. It's just a very intense feeling that comes over you. And the minute that I did that, all of a sudden, things shifted. And I was thrown into just the divine is. Okay. And everything that went before was ended. And the new revelation was there. A new consciousness was there. And but you have to be willing to lay that down yourself and trust the divine to pull one through. And then there is a radical shift that takes place. Says he has that resurrection. They say he descended to hell and hell couldn't hold him. And there's that resurrection that takes place. And it is this, it's like, it says you have to go through the baptism, the second, okay, being born again. And that's what the process is. It's being born again. So it's, he shows the path. The path is not easy. And when they talk about, he died for your sins. Well, he didn't die for your sins in a way of being a human sacrifice. He died for your sins because of the ignorance of people. Okay? So it wasn't that his blood is going to wash you clean and you know what they're holding to with that. Making an instrument of torture their salvation. It's kind of dark, isn't it, when you say it that way? But it's about walking that path. Now, don't forget, the day before his crucifixion, he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. He knew what was coming, and he was sweating blood. Now, you don't sweat blood unless you are in intense fear. Okay? Yes, I know he says fear not, but he knew what was coming, and I mean, he knows what the torture of that is. But he came and laid down his life to give these teachings, this path of going forward, to find out the truth of being what you have always been, but yet what has been covered over. And that is that enlightenment. He talks about, you know, that everyone has that seed of divine is within them, but it's been covered over by these mental dramas, etc., of these experiences. And when we have to walk that path to clarity, to be able to see what has always been here, but has been pretty hidden. Okay. So, on that note, I'll just leave that here. He was there to show the path. And I have put up a lot of things about the Ethiopian Bible of late, which really it has a lot of teachings that have been hidden, that were taken out by the Nicene Council. He talks about, you know, churches. You don't go to a building to find God. You know, it's in your heart. That's the kingdom of heaven is within, and that's it. It is within. And it's about contemplation, meditation, looking deeper, questioning all of these things until the revelation takes place. Okay? And one is birthed into new consciousness. So, you know, it's been so radically changed that the true believers are not those that go to a church building. It's those that are willing to be the hermit, to do their path, to walk the path, to again, he says, let the dead bury the dead, you come follow me. Okay? So who did he talk about being dead? The leaders of the church at that time. He said, you're dead men. Okay, you're sepulchres of dead bones walking around. And, you know, why are you doing these sacrifices? Okay? He said, if I wanted the sacrifices, you know, they were sacrificing all the animals and stuff. But he said, I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. You think I need your sacrifices? I don't want that. I want you to do the right thing. Okay, it's what it says in the Old Testament. I want you to do the right thing. I don't want these sacrifices, this stuff. Now, if you get into really, really dark things, the Canaanites, etc., were sacrificing their children to, Baal. There are a number of them, of the dark things, and the same things that are still going on. I guess the Rothschilds are the red shield that goes back to the Canaan and the sacrificing of children and all of it. I mean, it's very, very deep, all these tentacles, which I'm not going to get into all of this today. But to say that this was spoken of about the churches being built, controlling the people through these false religious ideologies, etc., all of that is spoken about in the Ethiopian Bibles, etc. I do have an Ethiopian cross that was given to me by someone from Ethiopia. It had belonged to her family, and she had gifted me this cross, Ethiopian cross, which I have had for quite a few years. my Ethiopian cross. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I get from the reading. So it was a beneficial reading. It wasn't in the toxicity this morning, thank God. It wasn't in the toxicity of the political realm this morning. It was more of an admonition of going forward. Okay? Yes, things are up in the air. Yes, we have faced losses, but still have gratitude for what you can have gratitude for. Okay, watch your mindset, look at the seed you're planting, and go forward. More light is coming in. Okay, so on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.